Yo, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Koje. I'm back with some bad news for the Namibians. The founder president of Namibia, Dr. Sam Nujoma, is passed on, and the country is in mourning as we are speaking. Sam Nujoma he played a big role in the independence of Namibia. And this is bad news. It's very bad news. Because this is the father of the nation. He's the father of the Namibian nation who passed on. And he passed on 2025 February the 8th. The 8th of February 2025 is when Mr. Nujoma passed on, the founder of the Namibian nation. He's a founder because he's a guy who was leading the revolution for the country to become independent. And Sam Nujoma, he fought against apartheid. Apartheid was also there in South Africa, whereby the whites were trying to divide the black people from them. They were saying like a black person, for example, have to stay in a rural area there. He must only come to town if he's coming to work, but the town and the good places is for the white people. And the toilets, they don't use the same toilets that time of apartheid. A black person have their own toilet. Their transport is also the same. It was the same way. Black people have their own transport. White people, there was a division. The white people have their own thing. The black people have their own thing. And the best resources belongs to the white people. The best land to the white people. The leftovers for the black people. That's how it was. The best position in the countries, it was for the white people. The worst social position in the country for the black people. That was apartheid. And this guy fought against this, and at the end we won, and the country became independent. And let's go through the history a little bit here. I have some notes here for you guys to follow here, but I'll just read from here. Sam Nujoma is a Namibian revolutionary anti-apartheid activist, a politician who played a crucial role in Namibia's fight for independence from South African rule when Germany lost. It was not the United Nations. It was the League of Nations or something like that. They took Namibia and give it to South Africa for them to prepare Namibia for independence, to train the people, to show the people how to govern themselves, how to rule themselves, to prepare them for independence. Then at the end, South Africa decided that no, now we're gonna make Namibia to become a part of South Africa, to be like a fifth province of South Africa. They wanted Namibia to become the fifth province of South Africa. And because of this, they put apartheid in Namibia instead of preparing them for independence. And that's how the conflict started. And at the end, it led us to have a revolutionary. And after the revolutionary, there was the independence. And let's continue. Early in life and background. We'll go through the early life and background of this. A colony under South African control. That time, Namibia was after South African control. We don't need to go through all this. I think you got a picture of everything. In 1960, the Southwest African People Organization (SWAPO) which became a leading liberation. Okay, let's start from the beginning. In the 1950s, he became involved in a nationalist movement opposing South African occupation of Namibia. That's how everything started. It started in the 1950s. And this guy, he was tired, and everyone was tired. But someone has to stand up and lead the people. Everyone, you need a leader. If you want a change, even in the house, you need a leader. If your father is a weak leader, the whole house will remain divided and upside down. But if your father is a strong leader, the whole house will rise up and achieve greatness. Yeah, that's how things are, man. Look at America. Trump is a strong leader. The problem is, I don't know about his vision. I'm not saying the things he's doing the right things, but he's a strong leader. Even Putin is a strong leader. Even the Chinese president is a strong leader. Even the North Korean president is a strong leader. But now it depends on the vision. You can be a strong leader, but you are evil. Be a strong leader with the right mentality. Like this guy was having the right mentality for Namibia that time. So in the 1960s, he founded the Southwest African People Organization. SWAPO was founded in the 1960s to fight against the South African occupation. In 1964, SWAPO armed a wing. SWAPO led the armed wing in 1964. The People Liberation Army of Namibia plan in launching a guerrilla war against South African forces. In the 1970s to 1980s, in the 1970s to 1980s, this movement, it gains the national support for Namibian independence, securing backing from United Nations and countries like the Soviet Union, Cuba, and Angola. I'm sorry, the party which, the United Nations contributed a lot in this also by arming, not arming, by putting pressure on South Africa to let go. In 1989, after years of armed struggle and negotiation, Namibia held its first democratic election and SWAPO won. Then he was the first president of the country, and he's a great man. He did a little. Not everyone liked him in the country. I won't say every Namibian they liked him. Some they didn't like him because at the end he started becoming biased and so on. But he liberated the country. He was the first president. He didn't bring dictatorship. He brought the democracy, and so I'll give him credit for that. No one is perfect. Let's give the man credit. He did his part, and thanks to him. In March 21, 1990, the first president of Namibia, he became the first president of Namibia in March 1990 when the country gained independence. And he focused on national building, reconciliation, and economic development. And I don't know if he succeeded in this. I don't believe he did his part. Like I said, politics in Africa is complicated. Our leaders are in charge, but there's always someone behind them who's trying to control them and limit their power. As African politics is designed in such a way that Africa has to remain everyone has to contain Africa for Africa not to rise up too much for it to be a problem. So African countries can never. The world is possible if it's possible for Africa to rise up, but to be difficult. And when some of our leaders they do their part, they have limit. Someone from behind will say, "This is your limit. You are the leader of the nation, but this is your limit. You can only go a deal here, and give us access to your resources, to your mine, We want to own 90% of your mine. We want to own 90% of that land. We want to have more influence in your economy. Things like that. Then after we say our leaders are stupid and corrupt. Yeah, they are not, let me say they are weak mentally for them to give in. But at the end, pressure is pressure. Will you resist? Everyone can give in. If someone put enough pressure on you and you are not well organized, you crack, my brother. You crack. He served 3 terms, which is 15 years. He was a president for 15 years. Yeah, he was a president for 15 years and he did what he can, like every African president. And he went till his limit. Good for him, good for him, good for him. But everything has its end. No matter how powerful you are in this world, one day you will die. We're all gonna end up in the ground. One day I'm also gonna die and end up in the ground. No one is invisible. Like, we're gonna remember him. He did his part. His time is done. But we're gonna remember him. The question is, what are you doing for Africa? Is someone gonna remember you saying this guy built Africa was a poor country, we never have an iPhone or our phone of our own, but this guy brought the first phone in Africa. This guy brought the first electric in Africa. This guy brought the first breakthrough in Africa. In what? I don't know what technology. Space, computers, I don't know. How will people remember you? But at the end, your end will come. But are you gonna be one more until the day you leave this world? Or how will people remember you? Think about it, my brother. And instead of running abroad, let us stay in our Africa and fight like like His Excellency, Mr. Nujoma, Hopaston. Let us remain here and fight. Contribute to the nation. Do something. Build the nation. If you have to die in your nation poor, die in your nation poor. But die trying to develop your nation. Not sleeping and complaining every day. No. Yeah, that is it. All your way from your boy Conch or Conch. I'm out.